What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jackson.
It's your girl Nahal.
How's everybody doing today? Really hoping you guys are doing great because we's alright. So today, what we're gonna be doing is an interracial couple Q&A mukbang.
Yes.
So that's what we're gonna be doing today. We just wanted to give a shout out to a special someone, but before we do so, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, drop a like. If you're already part of the family,
welcome back.
Welcome back. It's been a minute.
And if you're new, welcome. We hope you enjoy.
We hope you enjoy the video. Don't forget to put notifications, drop some comments, drop some likes. But now what we want to say is shout out to...
we wanted to do a shout out to Solemn Raps. They had left a comment requesting for more mukbangs, and we had asked them give us some suggestions, and they said to do maybe chicken tenders or chicken wings. And so we wanted to give you a shout out, and we're doing this as per your request. So yeah, let's get it started. What I did, I actually looked online for some common questions that people had in regards to being in an interracial relationship. So I wrote them down. I think there's maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions. So I'll just start off with the first question, and then we'll just get Nice perspective or answers on the question.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
Just before though, what do you have in your bag?
I got sauces.
Okay, so these are the sauces. So we actually went to A&W. It's very, very common in Canada. I'm not sure in the States how popular it is, but here it's really popular and it's really good. So we got our chicken tenders there, and they're famous for their root beer.
Yes.
So we couldn't not get a root beer, and their sauce. Yeah, that's it. So here.
I got some sauces open because you know I'm saucy. No, I'm playing. I'm just playing.
Sure.
Alright, so you told me you got some juicy questions for us today.
Yeah.
Juicy questions. I'm really thank you by the way for the show. Juicy questions. Let's see what's up. What kind of sauce do you want for me? The sweet and sour, barbecue.
I think I'm gonna take sweet and sour.
There's ranch. I know you're a ranch type of girl.
Oh, if there's ranch, then definitely ranch.
There's ranch. Okay, cool.
Here.
Yeah, put the tree right here. Put these sauces right here too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, guys.
So, go. Our chicken tenders. So let's start.
You know what? Here, guys. This is what's good. You know, I gotta show you guys what's up.
I'm sure you guys have seen sauces. We're not gonna start doing
Here, no, I'm just playing. I'm funny.
Okay, so the first question that was very popular is, how did your parents react? So I'm guessing, how did they react when they found out, like when they met your partner? You want to start off with that one?
Alright, so how did my parents react?
How did they react though?
Honestly, like my parents really like her. They really like her. They're a bit old school. If I was a bit younger, it would have been a different situation. Maybe they would have been like, you know, try to stay with someone that's your race, but yeah, but back then. But now, you know, now they've grown with time, you know, so they're keeping up with time. So they're keeping like how can I say it? Like they're not closed-minded. They're not gonna be like, oh no, you shouldn't, you know, like this is how times are. Yeah, but also I'm not your
first white girlfriend though.
No, you're not. You're not. So they got used to that as well. But no, they really like her. They weren't too like negative about it, I guess I can say.
Maybe they weren't too shocked.
They weren't too shocked. Yeah. Yeah,
because it wasn't their first rodeo. So I think that would have been a better question for maybe the first time. But did they ever mention though?
This is more of a question for you actually, because I'm the first like colored person that you're dating. So if anything, how did your parents react?
In all honesty though, my parents never asked me or mentioned to me, you know, why a black person, you know what I mean? Like aside from being racist or whatnot, like let's just be real, you know what I mean? Like you'll have your questions, and not everything is like racist, but they never mentioned anything, you know what I mean? My parents were never like forceful in me marrying or being with like a Persian, right? I'm Persian. It was never something that they were expecting, because I've dated other I've dated other nationalities, but to be honest, I don't even think my parents were shocked. I think they were more concerned of my family back in Iran, what their reaction would be, and the only reason why they would probably have a more obvious reaction is because in Iran, I mean, there's not that many black people, and the only like black people there is are the people that are living more in the south, and it's just because they live in the south. It's not literally like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so they're darker, but
yeah, it's just because of their location, so there's not that much of it happening over there. So I think for them it would be more of a shock. But my parents, they never made me feel like it was an issue or like it was any different than any other guy that I would have brought home. You know what I mean? I think that's what I appreciated with them, is that I never felt judged. I never felt like I had to explain. You get what I mean? Like I have to justify myself, explain myself. Like it was never like that. So for that, I think I'm really grateful.
No, they're real cool. They're real cool.
Because my father, like, he's a typical Persian dad. Well, I can't say typical because actually he isn't typical, but like at the end of the day, he's still a Persian father, you know what I mean? So his rules, but
he was open-minded.
My dad's very open-minded.
They really like me.
Oh yeah,
she says they love me.
Oh yeah. Like when I go to my parents' house and he's not with me and my mom makes food, she always makes sure I have a plate, like I have a Tupperware aside for him, and she knows what's his favorite food. So most of the time when I go there, she makes the food that he likes so that I can bring back home. So no, we did quite a bit actually. We used to go to my parents almost every week. Like every Sunday was yeah. Maybe less now, but again, just because we're so busy. But yeah, it was I think yeah, I had it good for that. It was an easy one for us. Cool. Did you want to add anything?
I think we should move on to the next question.
What language will you be speaking with your kids? That's a good one.
That's a good one. So, me personally, I speak Haitian Creole, French, English. So, I'm gonna try to maybe for them to speak a bit of everything, honestly.
Growing up, speaking like not many, but speaking different languages. I mean, I speak Persian, I speak English, French, like fluently. I've always I was always like prideful of that, and I think it's something to be really proud of. So the more languages you can speak, I think the better it is for you, you know what I mean? Like it's just that much more knowledge. So personally, I know my kids, when I was younger, my parents used to send us to Persian school every Saturday. I hated it, but I'm so grateful because now I can read, write. Such a, you know, like it's I don't know, I feel like it's an accomplishment. So my kids, definitely I would teach them Persian. I'm not gonna say that's the main language at home, but I'm definitely gonna make sure that they learn as much as they can. And they'll have my parents around, so they'll practice.
It'd be nice if they could learn all languages.
I encourage them to speak Creole too. I mean, they're
grandparents. But I have a feeling, I'll be honest, I have a feeling they'll be speaking more on the Creole side.
Yeah?
The reason why I say that is because between me and her, I feel like my culture is more implemented on her rather than her culture implemented on me. I know a lot of our culture, we do little things like, you know, like Nowruz, for example.
Shab Yalda, which is the longest night of the year.
Exactly, that's so the night with the poets and stuff like that.
Yeah,
the poetry. So yeah,
he's very familiar with the culture.
I'm very familiar, but I feel like when we're just joking around and we're talking, I'm more keen to like throw Haitian words at her, Creole words. True. You understand? And she's picking up on that, and she's speaking to me back in Creole as well. So I have a feeling like I'll be very blessed, or the kids will be very blessed if they could speak like French, English, Creole, and Persian. But I have a feeling they'll be more stronger on that Haitian side.
It's not a competition, but to be very honest, I just want my kids, at the end of the day, my kids, they'll like lean towards whichever side they want, that's their decision, but I just want them to know the culture, like know what's out there, and if you want to discover more, by all means, but definitely want to teach them as much as I know, because I feel like you can never go wrong with knowledge, you know.
Never. What I mean? Knowledge is power.
Stay rooted to your culture, to your nationality, to your race, to whatever it is. I feel like it's part of your identity, you know what I mean? So why not reinforce it or learn more about it, and then you'll make your own decision. If you don't like a certain thing about the culture, it's fine, you know.
But preferably, I'd like for them to just have knowledge on, like I said, French, English, Persian, which is Farsi, and Creole. That would be ideal. No, like a bit more on this and that. But if I were to just be honest, I feel like maybe it's possible to lean more a bit on.
It's very possible.
Haitian culture, because I feel like it's just more implemented, and you're more lean. You do less Persian things than, you know what I mean. Like you speak less in Persian to me, rather than I speak Creole to you.
That's so true.
But yeah, all right. So, what's the next question? Yeah.
Were you always into? Well, for me, it's Black people, and then for him, it's Persian. Were you always into Persians? Or was I always into?
You're the first Persian that I really like encountered. I always knew I liked like I could say you're exotic girls with that tan skin and the long dark hair. But I never really encountered a Persian. But you know what? I'm really liking it. I'm really loving this Persian business.
Good. I think I knew I was into like Black men at a pretty early age. Like I would say back in high school, because I would find myself having little crushes, you know, mostly on like Black guys, but also white guys too. I mean, all my exes, I never dated a Black guy ever. Like he's my first, but I knew I had interest. I knew I had interest from, you know, from when I was a teenager. It just never happened. But yeah. But I kind of knew. I knew at a young age.
No, I knew like from the moment I saw you. I knew that.
I think Persian is very specific.
It is
so
very
it's
specific.
You know what I mean. Unless you've encountered a lot of Persians, you can't really say I was always into Persians, because it's like you don't really even encounter them. Like even as a friend,
like
if you don't encounter them, you can't really know if they're
like
your
I said,
type.
until I met you, not to interrupt you, until I met you, I didn't really know of, like I knew about Persians, but I never actually had like Persian friends or ate Persian food. So I can't really say that from the moment I knew that. But from the moment I met you, I knew that that's what's up.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Next question. Do people stare at you when you go to the restaurant? It's so funny that this comes up, because just this morning, well earlier, actually not this morning, but earlier today, we went out for breakfast. And man, from the moment we stepped in the restaurant, and again, it's not to be braggy or anything, but from the moment we went in, I felt like all eyes was on us. Not necessarily because we're stunning or anything.
You felt all eyes were on us because the people kept turning around. People are pointing. The people
just
that at the table right next to us.
Yeah. And it's like I see from the corner of my eye.
Just there looking at me, just staring at me like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. Like people are like. Anyways, it was just all eyes were on us. That's for sure. Yes, people do stare all the time everywhere we go. Even if we're in the car, people stare. Drive through, people will be like, they're looking like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
But all the time. Did you get used to it though?
I'm pretty used to it, but at the same time, I feel like, how come people are not used to this though? Because I mean, we don't live in a very, like, we're so, like, mixed nowadays. You see all kinds of different, and interracial, like, it literally means from any two different races, you know what I mean? Like, we see so much of that around here. Like, we're from Montreal, so it's very common. It's very, very common. So I don't know why people are still making it as if it's something new, because that's what it feels like. It feels like they've never seen it, you know? I just
like it's something new to them. Like a little bit in shock, or a bit, maybe they're just intrigued.
Maybe. But once again, if they look, I don't feel like they're looking necessarily because we're good looking. I just think they're looking because we're not, maybe. It's
intriguing. You're having two different races together. Look, I won't lie, I do it sometimes. Sometimes when I see different type of nationalities that are mixing together, and it's like, you know, that's interesting. You know, seeing like an Asian person or like a Latin person, or it's just like, oh wow,
that's really cool.
I do it too. I won't lie.
Yeah.
I do it too. But the way people be staring at us, it's like. Anyways, I'm not gonna think anything bad about it. I mean, we just, you know, we look good. It is what it is. I mean, I'm just playing.
If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave us a comment. We can always do a part 2. Let us know what our next mukbang would be. Could do a part 2. We'll just I don't know, what can we have next time? We could try something different.
It could be anything. How about we let them decide?
Sure.
The same way we let one of our subscribers decide what we'd be doing as a mukbang and eating for you guys today.
Yeah.
If you want to see more of our videos, drop a comment. Let us know what's up, what you'd like to see. Even if it's other things, pranks or anything along the lines, just let us know. We'll be glad to make that video for you.
Yeah.
But we do have to say though, like, we haven't been posting too much. We know about that, but we're gonna start posting more soon. Honestly, we have some serious big projects coming our way, which is interesting. We're gonna love this. We're gonna be bringing you guys along for the ride with us. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be more content, just a bit more later. But for now, we're just focusing on certain things. But we definitely thought we'd want to drop a video just to show some love, because we haven't shown some love. It's been a bit of a minute. Last time I remember I was saying that we were at 150 strong subscribers. Wow, and honestly we surpassed that. Shout out to everybody. Thank you for showing the love.
Let me see.
We went up by subscribers. Honestly, we're loving you guys. We're loving the fact that you are communicating, you're leaving likes, you are commenting. Love to chat more with you guys in the comments. That'd be cool. But honestly, thank you for supporting. Thank you for showing the love.
We're at 287 subscribers.
So we went up.
Thank you to each and one of you.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Much love. We love you guys. And hopefully we get to see you guys soon.
Later.
Later.